Are you tired of waking up, sitting in the same room, doing the same thing every single day, and watching time just fly by? Well, this video is for you. First off, we're going to define the problem. Why does the day feel so repetitive? And I think the most obvious reason for that would be it's simply because we're doing the same thing every single day. We're waking up at the same time, we're eating the same food, we're wearing the same clothes. Our routine doesn't have, a major fun and interesting time allotted, and because of that, life seems very repetitive. I think it's very important to overcome this because otherwise life is just going to be so mundane. You have to feel that sort of life satisfaction and happiness and control over your own life. So how do we overcome this cycle? Change. So for starters, I think it's a great idea if you could just allot 30 to 60 minutes of your time to do something fun, to try out something new. Just something different to push yourself out of your comfort zone. This could be allotted maybe in the hour after you finish your work, or the hour that you would otherwise just scroll Instagram or watch Netflix. So what can you do exactly? What are the activities that you can do to kind of bring this fresh perspective to your life? First off, I think the most obvious way to bring change is to travel. Now, we are in a COVID situation where traveling has been quite restricted. If you can, I would suggest being a tourist in your own city. I think it's so cool to see new cafes, new places, new streets, to just walk down different paths. And no matter how long you've lived in a city, you are always going to find something new there regardless. For example, I was born and brought up in the place that I'm living in right now. We have this thing called the Farmers Market every Thursday. Farmers Market has been happening ever since I was a child. It's only since last month or something that I'm actually going every single Thursday to try out, the goodies and hot chocolate that we get there, and just walking around the city kind of feeling like a tourist. And I feel like it gives you that sense of travel, but you're also home, so you can just come back home. When you're going on your daily walk or a daily run, maybe take a different path, different route every single day to bring that element of change in your life, so you feel like, okay, I've seen something different today. If you can't go outside your house because of your local lockdown rules, try to bring in elements of change by ordering or cooking something from a different cuisine, because most of the time we only eat one sort of food. So for example, if you're just eating Indian food, you might want to switch it up by trying Thai food or Italian food, and cooking it in a sense is like a new activity, is quite fulfilling, I think. Picking up a new hobby is also, I think, an excellent way to just stimulate your brain and have something fun and new to do and just learn. So this could be learning a new instrument by watching YouTube tutorials online, free online courses. There are so many universities like Harvard and Yale. If you want to learn how the world works, go for it. Computer programming, go for it. I just feel like the internet is at your disposal. Just look up whatever you're interested in. Learning, I think, is one of the best ways to bring about change. Talking about learning a new language, I think, is one of the best ways to keep yourself preoccupied while we're waiting to travel again. So by the time the travel restrictions are lifted, you will be fluent in a language and you can go around the country that you want to visit talking in that language, which I think makes it so much easier to move around. Now, to bring a bit more social fun to your day, I think instead of scrolling Instagram, it's so much more fun to just call up your friends and your family and have a conversation in real time with them. It brings a more human element, when you hear a voice and you see a face, rather than just texting. Because texting has a very robotic feel to it. We're all in COVID. I have not seen so many family members and so many friends who live in different parts of the world in over 2 years now, and we could just call and have a nice time, and it feels great, honestly. Instead of binge watching things every night, you can play board games like Monopoly, play card games, you can have a karaoke night, you can play games online with your friends, you can have a Zoom party or something. Instead of watching movies alone and series alone, just try to involve your friends. Make that a social activity. It'll be more fun in that sense. You bring anything different to your routine and that's going to change things up, because the whole reason why you're feeling that your life is repetitive is because everything is the same. Also, major thing I think everyone should have is some sort of mindfulness practice in the form of meditation, journaling, yoga, because it will positively boost your mood, your mental health. It makes you more in tune with yourself, so you kind of are able to recognize more and more, okay, what kind of change do I really want to bring into my routine that'll make it interesting, and that I'm not just doing it for the sake of doing these things. To be quite honest, you could completely change your routine, do a full 360, but if you're not mentally happy, it's going to be so hard to follow through and maintain that sort of change. And yeah, that's it for today's video, how to get out of the repetitive day-to-day. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you.